And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
Sports Talk Live. There's Glenn. What's up, dude? I love the Montreal. That's freaking nice. That's a nice hat. What's up, Chewy? Man, I haven't seen you in a while. Yes, vamos, gigantes. But hey, all three of us are here. We survived Saturday. What a freaking fun day that was over at Tommy's Mexican. Guys, if you guys weren't there in attendance, you missed a lot of fun, man. That was some good times. Today, before we get into the main topic, what a freaking WBC game. Holy crap, dude. And our boy, Luis Arias, played a big part in why Venezuela will be taking on Team USA tomorrow for the WBC championship. What's up, Glenn?
Ain't not bad, buddy. Somebody got me going right away. Do you see? Eddie, good topic for me to get right out of the gate. Oracle Park has become nothing but a corporate sandbox.
Oh, look at Eddie.
Eric, I had a great time with you. I thought you did a great job on air.
Thanks. Hey, you did too. Even though I don't know how to use a handheld. I'm used to having it just right in front of me. I know I'm not used to doing this crap.
I didn't want to pull that. I have to pull that out on you the other day. I was like, I better tell him. Yeah. Even Bernice, she goes, yeah, I noticed the microphone was everywhere. She goes, everywhere, but in front of his
And then when I was interviewing Julio, he had it the whole time. And I didn't want to.
Oh, I noticed. Yeah, but that was okay. Anyway, I got a chance to watch the rerun, if you will. And I thought the sound was good. The lighting was good. You think we had our own studio set up there? I mean, it was great.
It was awesome.
Same thing for Lou. Lou brought a lot to the table over there on Saturday. Always does to Giant Sports Talk Live. So I appreciated both of you guys. I went to the Fan Fest, which was you know what? It was a Giants Fan Fest like any other Giants Fan Fest. Nobody knew right foot from their left over there. Where do we find this? Oh, go that way. You go that way for 10 minutes and they go, oh no, it's way down the other way. So it's just a mess. But did anyone notice? And I don't know, again, maybe I'm old school, Eric. Do you notice that the San Francisco Giants have sold the foul poles?
Oh yeah, I saw that Chick-fil-A or not. Is it Chick-fil-A? Is that who it is?
Yeah, CHIKIN, chicken or something. And I'm like, what? Do we have to sell everything? I don't know. I didn't like it.
Honestly, it's foul poles. I could care less.
I care because if it's like my dad says, if it's what, give somebody an inch, they take a mile.
Hey, to be honest with you, I hear you got a point there. I'd rather see logos on the foul poles than on the uniforms. That's me.
I like it on the uniforms. And the other thing,
guess how many Chick-fil-A's there are in San Francisco? Guess how many?
Yeah.
0, right? None?
Well, there you go.
Want to put that in.
And Eric, as we start a brand new week, I am still I had a great time the other day at Tommy's, but I'm trying to recover from one thing. The letdown. The freaking letdown. Chardall lets me down again.
I know. What was that? His mom. Come on, man.
Break.
Come on, Yeah, guys, for those of you who don't know, Chardall was a no-show when he said he was going to be there. Come on, man.
My mom said
no.
Oh, and coming up later in the show, Eric, I told you we're going to give away a base. I think the people who weren't there, we didn't have a prize for them, right? I mean, you had to be there to win some good prizes. Lou came above and beyond. And
hey,
Tommy's
tickets all
as
over the
well.
place, right? Tickets all over the place.
I snagged an extra later on in tonight's show, Eric. Some lucky viewer tonight wins
Hey, that looks familiar. Hey, how about
Tommy's Giants Sports Talk Live shirt. I got a
that was
spare
awesome
to give away on the air. And we're going to come up with a concept either tonight or through this week, leading up to opening day. For those who didn't go to Tommy's, I'm going to give away a base from on the field.
Base.
Oracle Park. How about
That's
that
cool.
cool? I got my mitt on a couple of bases. And I said,
Nice.
I don't need two. I got only two. So we're going to give away some stuff the next couple of weeks, including the t-shirt later on tonight. We're going to pick somebody at random in the chat who has a great take, something that...
yeah, we'll figure it out. Absolutely. And look, there's our first super chat. Fuji Simeon donates $2. You want to talk about winning some prizes? Fuji Simeon donates $2. Says, thanks for hosting the event. Glad to meet everyone. Yeah, Fuji was there, man. It was awesome. And
Fuji
he showed up, and guess what? He won 2 tickets to go see the San Francisco Giants and the Atlanta Braves on June 27th. Yeah. Both he and it's funny, Marcus, our good friend Marcus, his brother won the other 2 seats.
So technically it was
game. Yeah. So Marcus gets to go again 2 years straight. He gets to go sit in Lou's seats. So
we all came through. The crowd who attended came through. Lou, I thought your buddy could not have been a gracious host to any other level. Julio, he rolled on a red carpet. Did you notice, Eric? They even had our sign up when you walked in the door. Welcoming tonight. One night only. Giant Sports Talk Live. I said, oh my God, these guys really know how to welcome you. So Lou, you got great friends over there at Tommy's. Lou had his own, Lou comes with an entourage.
He does.
He walks in. All he was missing was the fur coat and like the the scarf. He needed a scarf. He comes with his entourage of ladies. I said, who are these girls? Oh, they're all with Lou. I'm like, I'm not surprised. Good job, Lou.
Guys, I had a real fun time. For people that weren't there, we had free margaritas. We started getting hungry, and all of a sudden they bought out plates of tacos. We had a bottle of tequila being passed around, and then Julio and the Gracious Place gave Sports Talk Live. We got free pullovers that I've already worn, and somebody said, "What is that? I got to see it." They gave everybody that arrived shirts. It was just way beyond the Call of Duty. And if you got a chance, Eric has made a great short of how the Tommy Margarita came about, which I really enjoyed that I've been passing around. And we had a couple guys from the New York Giants Preservation Society who were awesome.
They were awesome.
And I thought, tell you the truth, Glenn, what you bought, I was a little bit worried to go live, but it was so much fun. Mike Vale looked good when he spoke. But I thought overall, when I heard it again, how crystal clear that mic and just that little getup you had. You're right. It was like a studio, and I can't wait for the next one. It was that much fun.
Thanks, Lou. Yeah, good job, Eric. Good job, Lou. I thought it was like opening day last year, Eric. Unless we give it a try, you never know. And usually, you know what? We anticipate a problem of, that's going to happen. I thought couldn't have gone better on Saturday. And again, good job.
Hey, and look, Dilated says in 9 days, you're going to be out there amongst the people again, right? You're going to do this again?
Yeah.
Dude, it was on. Remember come on, right? Last year was just amazing.
I hope Lou drops down this year. Eric.
Lou, you got to go down there.
Last year. I hope he comes to find me and has, keeps me company.
Yeah, absolutely. That was so much
Robbie
fun.
Will be there. Orange Man. I expect a repeat of last time.
Where was Orange Man? Orange Man should have been there on Saturday. He might have other plans. That's fine.
That's true.
Maybe
his mom said. Maybe his mom said no. We need T-shirts. I'm going to get T-shirts made up, Eric. I swear to God, next year I'm going to have a T-shirt, Giant Sports Talk Live, and on the back it's going to say, "My mom said no."
There you go. That's perfect.
Good Lord.
I'll tell you what. Hey, let's get a little bit into before we get into Giant stuff. That WBC, man, I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. Watching Luis Arias, the dude is just he's got the clutch gene. I know you guys. I know Lou. I can't remember if you said you wanted him a bad lead up. Glenn, I know you talked about having bad lead up. You can't bat this guy clean up. You got to have him in the middle of the order to knock runs in because the guy just can do it. He can do it, man. I love it. That's all you need. Just put the freaking ball in play when you got a runner in scoring position, and amazing things can happen. And what happened? Yeah, he was able to score that fourth or help score that fourth run for Team Venezuela to lead their team over Team Italy, and they're going to be in the finals against USA. Man, I tell you, oh my God, did you hear the crowd? Oh my goodness. I mean, it was
anti-USA tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to be nuts. I'm telling you, you heard the Venezuela people today. Oh my Lord. I mean, what was your take out of it there, Glenn, as far as this game is concerned?
I thought it was a pretty good game. I got to admit, and I heard the media, the fake news, Eric, for the last couple of days I've been hearing about when Italy, gets a chance to meet USA. It's like they had written off Venezuela, a lot of the media.
Wow. They came from behind to beat
already had Italy winning. And I got to admit, I found that Italy was a bit of an underdog. And I always seem to go for the underdogs. How about those Expos? I cheer on the underdog. So I was kind of rooting, Eric, to see. I thought it would have been, actually, after seeing Italy play USA last week, I thought it would have been a great rematch. But who knows what's going to happen? I see a lot of tendencies. The Italian team and Venezuela, I think it's going to be like David versus Goliath in this game. Well-built Venezuelan team. All of the, little guys. Like, do you think an Ezekiel Tovar could make this USA team? No, he doesn't need enough spinach, Eric. They want Popeyes on this USA team. So it's going to be the team that can do a little bit of everything against the team with the pop in the bat. And we'll see who comes out on top. USA better get the pitching. They seem to be giving up the giving up the long ball. These guys giving up the ball early. To like you say, the long ball. So I just want to see a good game. I mean, a 4-2 game, that kind of game, and even that Japan game that we caught a bit of the other day while we were at Tommy's. I mean, Eric, there have been a lot of things happen in this World Baseball Classic that I did not accept. Japan. Now, I was punching their ticket to the final.
Yeah, Venezuela had a kid. Yeah, I mean, that was the game that was on when we were driving home, and I'm following it. I was like, holy shit, Venezuela, they did it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was incredible. Absolutely
so I thought it's been a great series. It's all coming to a head. But the one thing that I thought to close up my overall thoughts on it, we'll get from Lou, what he thinks. I think that, it's been nice to see during a preseason that drags on and on and on, games that you and I are locked into and have meaningful baseball where the pitches are, I mean, it was like playoff baseball. It's a one-game playoff right now. That is a great thing to have. It's good to see players, for the most part, nobody's getting injured. Everybody's kind of ramping up for the season, including our own Logan Webb, who looks fresh as a daisy, ready to take the ball opening day next Wednesday for us, Eric.
Can you believe that?
I think it's just been an excitable, enjoyable World Baseball Classic, especially as we draw closer to the championship game. I thought at the beginning there was too many mismatches. Now you're getting the cream of the crop all facing each other and getting some good baseball. What do you think, Lou?
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think, one thing about Venezuela is they are going through the three-headed monster. I mean, they knocked off Japan. They knocked off undefeated Italy. Now let's end it with the USA. I think tomorrow it's going to be rocking. I mean, it was loud tonight, but it's going to be probably 65-35 for them. I got to go back to what Judge said. When Judge said when they played the other day, these games, because it's countries and they're frenzies, he says they're louder than World Series games, which is hard to believe. But when you listen to these games, like tonight, when USA went against Puerto Rico, I mean, it was crazy. You could actually hear it through the TV. And again, maybe it's just the great sounding and everything. But, I'm excited for tomorrow. Let's see if the boys can come through. And I did hear Webb's not starting. I hear he's going to be the first off the bench. So I'm a little disappointed in that, but I still think it's going to be pretty awesome. And you know what? What else are we going to do? Let's enjoy it.
Absolutely.
And I thought you brought something up earlier to start this whole conversation, Eric. At the beginning of the show tonight, when we went to air, you said what about that crowd at the game in Miami? We don't usually, Major League Baseball season, you don't see crowds that are that energetic. It's like they all got a free shot of Team Italy's espresso going into the ball.
Right. Yeah.
I tip my hats at the fans, not only internationally.
They brought it.
Now it's come over to North America as well for these games. The crowd is really into it. Don't you wish you could see that like Oracle Park just one day, Eric? North American baseball fans could take a lesson from the way international fans support the game, support their team, and it's not like I said, taking your knitting to the ballpark. Ooh, it's like they're up, they're rocking, the place is shaking. I know Lou agrees with me. You want to see a little more rah-rah at the ballpark and get a little fired up, and we saw that again today. I expect nothing less tomorrow, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lou, I want to get your take on this. And I talked to you in the green room a little bit about this. I'm going to tell you something right now. We briefly talked about Luis Arias. I tell you what, watching him taking his ABs this year with the San Francisco Giants, that's probably going to be the one guy that I'm most excited to watch come up to bat. Because he battles, man. When it was a full count, you knew he was going to get a hit. You knew it. I'm sitting there watching this play out, and I'm like, he's going to get a hit. He's going to do it. And lo and behold, what did he? And tell me this: was that not very Tony Gwynn-like? That swing of the bat, was that not very Tony Gwynn-like? The way he just went out there and made contact. It was up in the zone. He made contact. He flicked it out there into left field. It was freaking awesome, man. Oh,
you know what, Eric? You know what, Eric and Lou?
And that's something that the Giants have been missing. And I can't wait to see that, man.
And you know what else? I mentioned it about Logan Webb and some of the other players from other teams. How did I forget? Luis Arias. This is ramping him up into regular season form. He looks like he's ready to rock and roll now out of the gate. He's got the swings, got the timing. I mean, this is good heading into the season to see this early from Arias. And because we really, you know what? They signed him, Eric. They got him on a cheap deal. Got him for 1 year. What kind of, we're getting Arias, the player he used to be. He looks like the player he always has been to me.
And Lou, I think you brought this up, right? Injuries.
Yeah, he was injured last year. He also had, I think it was more like he had a big migraine headache that he couldn't get rid of. He also had an injury. They say concussion, but then I looked a little bit more in depth. But he literally, again, I couldn't understand him because his English isn't that great, but he said he's 120%, not 100%. So which means he's hungry. He also realized he has a 1-year deal. I think he's going to come out on fire. I think he's going to be one of these guys where midway through the season, the Giants are going to say, you know what? We got to sign him again and give him an extension. I think he's that type of player. But, you bring up Tony Gwynn, someone like Rod Carew. There's a difference. And I've been saying this since we got him. He's actually a professional hitter. Okay, there's a big difference. Yeah. Nobody else on the Giants are even close. That's why when I first said it, I thought he'd be good around maybe batting 5th or 6th. First, I think, unless, I think you're sort of wasting leading off because the Giants last year probably had 150 opportunities. The exact same situation with Arias came up. Either you can get the hit and it basically wins the game because, right when that happened, it was over. You knew it was over. And the Giants last year just could not get that big hit. Probably the last 2 years, it seemed like. 3 years ago was late night Lamont, who came through in the clutch. But and also, Eric, we talked about he's clutch. He lives for those moments. I think the difference is when you get some of these Giants, they get scared in the moment. Chapman, so many times, and again, I just think so because he's like, oh, shit, the pressure's on me. And he strikes out on the same pitch. All right, it's over with. But I have my defense. With Arias, I think he's such a great hitter. He steps up and he wants that opportunity. And the other thing, too, is you guys got to remember, he struck out less than 23 times last year. Let me repeat that. 23 times, not in a week or a month like most Giants, the whole entire season. Okay? When you look at that, that means he makes contact. That means if you need a sacrifice fly to end the game, he'll do that. All his balls, he actually, and I really think what's nice is he's going to work Oracle Park to his advantage because he's a professional hitter. He'll say triple alley, I'll take it all the time. I don't need homers. I'll hit it down the line. I'll do whatever it takes. And the other thing, too, is, Eric, you brought up a great point. When 3-2, most Giants players, you go, okay, it's over. The inning's over. With him, he battles because he's not going to strike out. So the pitcher's like, my God, what is it going to take to get this guy out? And usually he's going to come through. And I think it's a huge signing. And I think when we look back, it's going to be like, oh, my God. The other thing, too, is you don't see in the WBC people bitching about his defense, do you? Have you heard anything about his defense?
Speaking of which, he flashed the leather. Did you see him? Did you see him take that short hop at first base and then feed it to what was it? I think the pitcher was covering. Holy crap. That was a great play by Arias. And now, again, that was with the first baseman's mitt. Yeah. He was playing first base today. So, again, and that's even better for the Giants, in case they need I like that about him. In a pinch. If you get in a pinch, you can put him over in the first. He's going to be your second baseman. I tell you what,
kind of player that's appropriate to replace a guy. Because remember, in the last 2 seasons, just the last 2 years with the San Francisco Giants, my guy, Wilmer, has played third, second, first. You need a guy who's that kind of Swiss Army knife. You can go, Jesus, it's a late game. I need you over third. Somebody pulled a string. We got a pinch hit for somebody. Okay, we're putting you into the game, and you don't have to worry about the guy. And I got to ask, Lou, off the top of your head, has he not won 3 batting titles?
3 consecutive years with 3 teams. 3 consecutive years with 3 other teams. I don't know if that's ever been done. That's pretty amazing. But he's that good a hitter.
And Eric, he's in there talking about him hitting like a Tony Gwynn, and he kind of looks, his style is like
the way he swing the bat.
I gotta ask you, Eric, is he not a superstar? 3 batting titles, 3 teams. He's your come-through player. He is, as I call him, a Swiss Army knife. He can play anywhere you want. I'm sure he could even go out and he'll battle for you. If he said, I need somebody in right field. Yeah, coach, he'd be the first man up. I like the guy. Great signing, great price, but come on, insane. He goes one show, Eric, one show where he makes great points, and he's on the shitter for a whole week making comments like that. He ain't no superstar. Come on. What do you want? What do you want?
Beep, beep, beep. Let's back the truck up. Hold up. I don't think he is a superstar. He is a very good player, right? 3 batting titles.
Win 3 batting titles, Eric. That's right? A superstar.
Well, you got to do, for a superstar, it's just not with the bat. You got to do it with the glove. You got to be able to run. The 5 tools, if you will. That, for me, and again, everybody has their own.
Was Tony Gwynn a superstar?
Yeah, he was, because his defense was good.
He couldn't run to first base without having
early in his career, he could. It was only later when he started getting the boiler.
No, he couldn't. He was always tubby. He couldn't run, Eric.
But yeah, he could in the beginning. In the first few years of his career,
Joe Carter, Roberto Alomar. Joe Carter can't run. He was a superstar totally for the Blue Jays, the Cleveland Indian.
He's just not.
I don't think.
For Arias, I would not say
the player for what he is. Accept the star for what he is. It's star power. Lou mentioned another key fact. When you get a guy who gets 600 at bats and strikes out 25 times, dude, that's a superstar.
Okay, hey, if that's what you want to have your definition, hey, have at it. For me, I want more. I'm not saying that he's. And look, by me not saying he's not a superstar is I'm not sitting there saying that he's a freaking dirtbag. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying
5 tool players. That means
I'm talking 5 tool players.
At that rate, am I wrong, Lou? At that rate, I'm throwing Eric under the bus tonight, and we had a great time. I think I still got a few tequilas in me from the weekend too, because I'm kind of wound up, Lou. But if we're talking about Eric's criteria, we'd have like 9 guys in the Baseball Hall of Fame, Lou.
Well, no, Hall of Fame is different. Hall of Fame, look, you could have very good players in the Hall of Fame. You could have good players in the Hall of Fame. Not every single player in the Hall of Fame, would you say, is a superstar? Would you?
Well, you're saying there's only been like 9 in the history of baseball, so no. The answer is no.
That's just me, though. That's just me.
I personally think the way to judge a superstar is who have you been talking about? We've been talking about him. We talk about what a great signing is. I think you're going to see a lot of jerseys with him in there. He's going to come through in the clutch. Now, I think he might be a superstar in our mind because I don't think the Giants have anyone close to a superstar. I don't think Webb's a superstar. He's a solid pitcher, but he's not a superstar. Okay? When you look through the Giants over the last 5 years, except for Buster, maybe the Freak and Mad Bum, which, were 10 years ago, they haven't really had a superstar. So when we get somebody that sort of catches our eye and does good, it's we all talk about Timmy. Was Timmy a superstar? Well,
yes.
he won what, 2-3 Cy Youngs. He had two no-hitters. Yeah. Okay. Well, you got to appreciate a guy that wins 3 batting titles with 3 separate teams. To me, that's pretty amazing. Now,
it is. No doubt about it.
One of the things is last year when the Padres picked him up, people were like to the Giants, God damn it, why didn't we trade for him? That's the guy we need. Now we have him. I think it's okay to elevate him. But again, the regular season had started. But I think Glenn brings up a good point. He's ready. We talk about the Giants have so many situations through spring training. He's not going through a guy from single A. He's pitching, and he's hitting against guys that are ready, that are badass, that are on, team Italy, that are on team Japan. He hit the 2 homers, 3 games ago, and watch, like tomorrow, he might do something big against our best for the USA. So maybe he's one level below, but I think we might call him a superstar because we really haven't had anybody. And I think the problem with superstar is nobody wants a guy that's going to bat 320 with 90 RBIs and maybe 5 homers. They want a guy that bats 250 with 40 homers and 75 RBIs. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where I think we've sort of taken the level down, but hey, it's 9 days for opening day. Let's have this conversation back in July. And
there you go.
And hey, he's a superstar.
Absolutely. I think Fuji Simeon is a superstar.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Senior softball games. Senior's a superstar. Usually rolls in here, doesn't miss many shows. I'd even say in some way, shapes, and form that our own guy whose mom says no is a superstar. Insane Sports Take is no superstar, Eric, with this stuff. And listen, is this not a Giants channel? You think that there'd be some people in the channel I don't say I'm in love. Like people say, oh, well, Glenn's just in love with the Rise. I would gladly have Wilmer here and say, bye-bye, don't sign him. We got what we got. It's a great signing to replace Wilmer. The guy's going to contribute. We've seen it in this World Baseball Classic, Eric. But you think somebody on a Giants channel, you think somebody in there would be, attaboy, Glenn. Yes, we got a guy. They're not fired. They are so critical of our own team and our own players, and they call me hateful. Mr. Salty down there, Mr. Salty. Anything we say that's constructive about any player is ripped to shreds. Come on, man.
Okay.
Come on. I'm just calling it like I see it.
Okay, hold on, Glenn. There's a certain Giant that's won 2 Gold Gloves in a row. If he's won 2 Gold Gloves in a row, is that a superstar?
2 Gold Gloves in a row?
2 Gold Gloves.
No, you've got to win it with the glove. I need that's more important than hitting. I give you need 4 Gold Gloves, and I'd put you up into that. So Bailey is like half a star. I don't even think he'll be around.
He's a half.
Yeah, like your teacher, you're not quite a star. I'm going to give you a half a star. Half
a star, maybe a half a star.
Come on. Oh, and by the way, we're mentioning birds. You see,
let's talk about Fuji.
On one side of the coin, boys, you know what? I know it's gone and forgotten, and for most of us, I don't really care. But did you see, on a positive note, God, this pitching staff surprises the hell out of me. We were 1 out away from a perfect game on the weekend, too. So you never know what you're going to see from this club, huh?
Anyways, we'll get into that. I'm going to talk. Here's Fuji Simeon says, so let's get into some Giants talk now, guys. We've been going 30 minutes. We kind of talked a little Giants with Arias, but Fuji says, so it looks like it's going to, for sure, Tommy John for Birds. That's what it's looking like. The MRI showed that he has a UCL sprain, a grade 2 strain on his forearm. That is all the conditions for Tommy John. He's getting a second opinion. But that's sure as hell what it looks like for young Hayden Birdsong. And it sucks, man. It sucks because he's going to be out probably for 18 months, somewhere around there, give or take a few months. We'll see how that works out, but it's a shame. It sucks. But maybe that's why he was being not as crisp in spring training as we thought he was going to be. Maybe he's been fighting this a while. We don't know. But it sucks for the young kid. And, and maybe he might have to go under the knife. But, hey, the good thing about Tommy John, it's not a career killer as it used to be. He could come back.
The other day, there seems to be a little bit, and maybe it's just our take on it, Eric. I'm seeing what Lou's seeing. Some of these teams are forcing their pitchers into doing things I don't think they're comfortable with their body. And they're trying to change them up.
Maybe.
No, you're a great pitcher, but we want you to do it this way. And I think it kind of, and this is what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not built for that.
Maybe. Another thing I want to talk about before we get to the main topic. Guys, I'm telling you something. Granted, it's practice, but I am liking what I am seeing from Matt Chapman. He is having quite a spring training. And if you notice, if the games that have been on TV, or if you follow it on the dots, or even on the radio, he's going to right field. He's taking the ball to right field. And you know what that's telling me? He's taking a little bit of swing. He's swinging. He is putting the ball of where it is pitched. And if you could go to right field as a right-handed hitter, that tells me he's seeing the ball pretty good and he's making those adjustments. I'm telling you, I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised with what I think Matt Chapman will do with the bat. We'll see. I'm liking once the bell rings, then we'll see how it all pans out. But as far as spring training is concerned, and granted, it's practice, I like the approach, and that's all we can really go on, right? Is the approach. Yeah. But here we go.
Eric, I'll say something quick. I said this about a month ago. We have a great hitting coach who's a proven he could make players hit anywhere the ball is pitched. That's why we got him from Toronto. And let alone you now have a professional hitter. So when you get a combo like a great hitting coach and a professional hitter is successful and people listen to him, especially if you come off really couple bad years hitting wise, it can only go forward. So if you're talking Chapman's going the opposite way, can you remember any of those games last year when he went the opposite way?
Nope. No. He was a pull hitter, strictly a pull hitter.
Strictly a pull hitter. So that could add 10 more hits.
Yeah.
And now
maybe.
Not only do you have Arias coming through, Chapman just comes through 10% more than he did last year. It's probably 5 wins.
Yeah, maybe.
That's also why you don't want to read anything into the preseason, Eric, good or bad, because it is fine to have a player who bats 0-22, but he's working on things. A pitcher who's serving up long balls, but he's working on something. The team is working on it with him. It's not all about go out there and be the best player you can be right now out of the gate and ramp it up and let's go. The preseason is a situation where you don't have to win for a reason. It's not about winning. It's about personal gain. And if we could see a little bit, the only thing I might add to what you guys are saying, especially Lou's comments a moment ago, is it's nice to see Chapman do that. But did we not see that last year? Great preseason, and they were using different tools on the field, and then that disappeared by week 3.
Yeah. Once we got into May, it wasn't the same. Real quick, Chewy made a great. You see Jesus Rodriguez? Did you see where he was playing today? Second base. His bat is playing, man. I tell you, the guy can hit. The kid can hit. I don't know where he's not going to fit on the roster coming out of the spring training, but man, that is something. All right, let me go back to this. Eddie says Bryce may not make the team.
Yeah, he'll make the team.
And we're going to, you know what? I don't know. But I tell you what, before we get into it, let's hear from our sponsor, Tommy's Mexican Restaurant, baby. There we go. Tommy's Mexican Restaurant, home of the world famous Tommy Margarita. And if you want to know just a little bit about the Tommy Margarita, we got a short out there where I had a little interview with Julio himself. It was awesome. There's a little short, but if you guys go back and look at the live stream we did live from Tommy's Mexican, you could see the full interview on there as well. So, but again, great times, and we appreciate Julio and Tommy's Mexican Restaurant. Oh man, I tell you, Joe Serrano, our good friend from the Rio Grande in Texas, he talks about Encarnacion, and you know what? I think Encarnacion is, as it currently stands, and we're only 9 days away. 9 times. 9 times. 9. 9? Yes.
We said 5 times. Whatever Lou would know it. 5 times.
Oh, that was great. Anyways, I'm gonna say this because look what Encarnacion, he is having quite the spring training, and this is what you have to do. This is what, if you want a job and you have 0 options, you have to come out and you got to show I belong on the team. And the only way you can do that in spring training is produce, and that's what he's been doing. He hit a monster home run that was like 4 inches on the inside of the plate, and I don't know how he was able to turn around on it, and he was able to knock the ball out of the ballpark for a 3-run home run the other day. And again, and we've talked about this before, with having no options and you're having a good spring training, you really don't want to give up on the guy. You just don't. So I got a feeling, and again, this is where we're going to come in what Eddie said. Eldridge hasn't had a very good spring training, guys. Sure, he's hit the ball hard a few times. There's no doubt about it. But he's close to 50 plate appearances, and he's got like 19 strikeouts. He's hovering. He's getting very close to a 40% strikeout rate. It's very reminiscent of last year. Last year, he was the same way. He hit 1 home run and then had a plethora of strikeouts. Now, look, this is, and I said this in the description, this is not an indictment on young Bryce Eldridge. I think he just might need some time. And that's okay. I've been saying this all the time. I want to set him up for success. And if it means that you don't break spring training with the club on the 26th man, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. You go down, you work on your craft in Sacramento, and you force your way to get on the roster and then be able to produce. He's only 21 years old, and the Giants need him to succeed. I just don't think he's there. Susan Slusser had an interesting article. If you guys want to see it, it's on Twitter and also on the Chronicle. And they look, she was talking to some scouts, and they said he should start off in the minor leagues. And then I think there were some quotes from Tony Vitello, I guess, and supposedly Bryce Eldridge after today's game said he felt uncomfortable, but Tony Vitello saying he looked comfortable to me. So I don't know. And he said he may have to talking about tweaking his swing. And when you're talking about tweaking the swing this late in the spring training, maybe he needs to work on something else. Again, this is not a shit on Eldridge and he's never going to amount to nothing. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm just saying I don't think the kid is ready yet. I just don't. And I'm going to let the organization make that determination. This is just me going on what we've seen and the numbers that we're seeing. And again, it has to do with the options. Eldridge, you're not going to lose him. You send him to Sacramento. He's still part of the organization. If you do that to Encarnacion, guess what? He's going to get picked up by another club. And then lo and behold, maybe he's had success there too, when the Giants could have had success. And Glenn, I'm going to kick this to you. Just because the Encarnacion is on the roster, does it mean that he is going to come out and be the savior for the Giants? No, he could have a horrible freaking time and they wind up moving on from him. But I think they're going to start the season breaking out of camp, and it could last a month. It could last a season. I don't know. But that's my feeling, that Encarnacion has got a leg up on making that roster and not Bryce Eldridge.
I disagree. I think the dead weight on this team is going to be the outfield. You've got too many. You got Jerar, and you got Gilbert, and you got Lee, and I think if there's going to be a move, it's either going to be Jerar's going to be gone, or the guy that they can afford to give up. I know you don't like hearing it, but your guy Matos. really is. I'm not seeing much from him really now in the preseason. They have a game where they do nice things, Eric. That's great. Jerar hit one 460 some feet yesterday.
Yeah.
Major League everyday bat. I want to see your young guy who's the future of your organization get his at-bats, let him grow. I don't want to see him. He's had his time already in AAA. We've seen him belt the ball there. We've seen what he can do there. Listen, it would go against what we have talked about for the last 2 or 3 seasons. Play the young guys.
Okay.
What happened to that mantra? Play the young guys. He's ready to go. How much? I mean, all he's doing is DHing. So
okay, let me ask you.
DH, fine.
Let me ask you this before we go to Lou.
Nice. With
what makes you think he's ready? What makes you think that he's ready before we kick it to Lou?
From what I've seen, what has he done? Okay, let me ask you in retrospect then. What has he done or not done, I should say? What has he not done that you see Jerar doing?
That he's making contact, right? I mean, Gerard's not striking out that
watched.
40. Look, dude,
I like the contact I've seen from.
I don't want if you're having almost a 40% strikeout rate in spring training. I don't want that in the big. That's just me. And like to your point, maybe he's a okay. Maybe
fine. Then Encarnacion, Matos, and Eldridge. Get rid of them all. Get me somebody who can hit that.
Hey, you know what?
See, again, too many question marks, too many stupid questions before the start of a season.
Maybe Holton. Maybe Holton makes the team.
Get the hell out of here.
I don't know. That's a good point. Lou, what is your thoughts on
I know what his thoughts are.
Encarnacion and Eldridge and all this stuff.
I think Matos is gone. I think Eldridge starts in AAA, and I think Gilbert starts in AAA. I think the Giants in the first month of the season know they need offense. They don't need guys that aren't professional hitters and maybe need a little more time. You know, you got to remember the first month of the season, pitchers don't go that long. We have a problem with the bullpen. We need guys that are going to put the ball on the bat. So when you have Encarnacion who's starting to hit, I'd rather him come up and maybe hit 6 homers and 10 at-bats, and he could play the outfield, he can play spot, than Eldridge, who's now they're trying, again, we just talked about them trying to change the pitchers. Now, a prospect last year that's supposed to be the new dynasty, we're changing his at-bats. He's probably all over the place. He's probably not a month away. He's probably, let's face it, July before he comes up. Because they're now going to work on something a week before the season starts, and he's striking out 40%. That's got nightmare written all over it. And again, if he's striking out 40% in spring training, what's he going to go when he goes against major league pitching? Not these guys. It's going to get worse. So I think, and I hope the Giants do that for this reason. You deserve to earn your spot. Gilbert, with his pom-poms that came in, tell you the truth, figured, hey, I got a job automatic because of Tony V. I played for him. He knows me. Well, you know what, Buster? Stop. I've been saying this for 2 years. Stop getting guys because they're from San Mateo or San Jose. Give me guys that can do the job. I don't give a shit where they are. If they're in Canada, get them. But we Giants need guys that can actually play the game the way it should be, not excuses.
And to that, Lou, a follow-up to that, you want to see him get, in one breath you're saying you want to see him get swings against, if he's not doing it now against these pitchers, I want him to see him get his at-bats against major league pitching, not in the AAA anymore. I want to see him start the season, get at least month and a half. You got to get 90, maybe 3 months, 90 days in, see what we got with this guy before we just ship him off again. I'm tired of going with the Jerar, even Dom Smith, and I got his name right tonight, Eric, which is an absolute, that's all those margaritas. They've kind of worked up my brain a little bit. I never remember his name. So something good about those margaritas, B. Got mine ready? Good. Dom Smith. We got to see Dom Smith get about two months of major league play. Nobody was talking about his days with the Mets and all these other teams that he never stuck with anybody, and he didn't stick with us. It's okay to look good for a day. I told you over the last few shows, you can look good for a day or a week or a month or even a season. To be a good Major League Baseball player, you got to be.
You got to do it year after year.
Tom Smiths of the world, they're a dime a dozen. Everybody's, we should have brought him back. Tom Smith that's why we're a 500 team, and we talk about 500 baseball year after year after, because we plug in guys that are. You know why everybody loves Tom Smith? He came through.
He was clutch.
And he was called upon, and he's cheap. I'm sick of that. Get me good ball players. Tom Smith is a dime a dozen, could be on any team.
But I tell you what, it's no surprise that there was a correlation that the Giants sucked when Dom Smith got hurt and he was out of the lineup, right? And the reason why Eldridge did get called up was for that specific reason, is because Dom Smith got hurt. There's no doubt about it. If Dom Smith never got hurt, you would have never seen Bryce Eldridge with the Giants last year. No way. There's no way that would have happened. Tom also says, shouldn't have let Dom Smith go. I thought he puts up an at bat similar to how Arias does. He was just a quality man, and the Giants needed that type of guy. That was the problem. Is the Giants last year didn't have guys, or a lot of guys like Dom Smith. The only guy that was similar to Dom Smith was from the right hand side, and that was Wilmer Flores. Right? Those are the two guys who were very similar. And when those guys were on their game, man, they really helped the Giants a lot.
Well, I have to agree with once in a while we get guys. We have guys who can, pen a good story. And look at this. Stop with the journeyman.
What's up, Gary?
Roll the dice, nothing to lose. That I agree with that.
And that's fine. But here's the thing: here's the problem. If you roll with Eldridge and you let Encarnacion go, and guess what? If Eldridge doesn't stick and he goes back down to AAA, who's going to take his spot now? Because now you don't have Encarnacion because he's gone.
Yeah, but those are dime a dozen players. Then I'm sure Wilmer's available. Jerar, nobody will have signed him. You bring him back. Eric, those players, if you move on from them, you can get players to replace them like that.
That's fair. All I'm saying is, but you don't have to worry about that if you just start with Encarnacion.
When all of a sudden did Jerar? You want to talk about when did Jerar become a superstar? Eric?
He's not a superstar.
He shouldn't be on this team.
He's not a superstar, but he
hits a home run every 2 weeks, and he all of a sudden, oh my God! Again, kicks like the long ball, and so do our chat. Apparently.
It's about the options. If Jerar had options, we wouldn't be talking about this.
The option for the Giants is get rid of his ass.
That's the problem. That's the thing is clubs don't like to get rid of talent when you don't have options.
I did not mention talent and Jerar in the same breath.
But that's the thing. He has an ability to do something at the major league level. Is he going to come out here and be like Rafi Devers? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this guy isn't going to be playing every day. Well, maybe he will if he's a DH. But, I mean, who knows? Who knows how they're going to do this? But the problem is Eldridge has options. And if you have options, the club will use them over a player who doesn't. That's why I think Matos and both Encarnacion are going to be on the roster unless they're going to be traded. No, you have a good point though, because there is a possibility they could be traded.
I agree with you. That is why Giants baseball, like your beautiful thumbnail, by the way, I didn't give you credit off the show. Great thumbnail tonight because it really summed up the storyline of our show tonight. A lot of questions, as usual. It wouldn't be Giants baseball if we weren't scratching the temple going, I don't know what the hell's going to happen the next week. True? Right. But, again, this is why the Giants play 500 baseball. They get all rah-rah over a guy. Well, I got to keep this guy because he's got options. Yeah, but don't you want to make the playoffs and not be a 500 team? Go out and get talent.
I know. I agree.
You agree, Lou?
I agree. Get more talent.
You agree, Lou? That we fill a roster, not necessarily with talent. We just fill the roster.
Safe picks.
Yeah.
There's Lou's word. He's a safe bet.
There's some truth to that, Lou, right? I mean, it's just
and you know what, guys? Was it you or Lou? Lou brought it up. I don't know how you feel about it, Eric, but think about it. The new manager comes in, Vitello. It's his team. Boy, I'll tell you what, if he sends Drew Gilbert to AAA, that's really putting his stamp on this team early, isn't it? Because you think that he's going to, sugarcoat his own former players we talked about. Remember, we were talking about Scherzer's going to come here because, he and Vitello go back.
Yeah.
That didn't last, right? That talk. No. That was just the talk of the week.
Right.
That's flavor of the week.
Yeah.
But now you think about it. All of a sudden, Drew Gilbert's like, Dad's come home to roost. Oh, yeah, well, you're being sent to the bedroom now. You're like, it's tough love time now. I can't imagine calling. Jeez, if he's ready to take on Chapman, what's he going to do with Vitello? You ain't sending me down. I can see it now.
I'm gonna go do a poll. I haven't done a poll in a while here. Let's do a poll.
I do think, Lou, that the problem is, again, everybody's getting fired up about guys that we shouldn't be getting fired up about. I don't care about Jerar Encarnacion. I think he hits nice ball and this and that, but I mean, he's a 200 hitter. Enough with the riffraff.
He was great in the Mexican League. I don't need to say anymore. So here it is. We went after him because he was good in the Mexican League. But how many other teams went after him? Did we only go after him because we had nobody that could hit the long ball after we tried to get a guy that we thought could do the long ball and we traded him to Atlanta? It's just one of those things. I think sometimes, I think we hold on to these guys a little bit too long. I mean, Matos has been in the system 4 or 5 years. I know he's young, but my God, this is the guy who, beside Eldridge, was a can't miss prospect. Can't miss. Guarantee it.
Right on, Aaron.
So
Gerard's the new Slater who just hangs on. And we always have players like that.
And here's the question I got. Here, got a poll out there. Gosh dang it. Hold on. It disappeared on me. Do you think Eldridge should make the 26-man out of spring training?
Joshua says Jake Taylor was decent, Lou, in the Mexican League.
And here's the thing, right? Again, let me let you guys understand this. Just because you don't make the club out of spring training doesn't mean he will never not be on the club at all during the season. Right? That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, out of spring training, is he ready to go out there and to make a contribution for the club at the big league level out of spring training? Now, a month from now or 2 months from now, it could be a different story, right? But I'm talking about right now. We're only 9 days away, guys. 9 days away from opening day.
I'm not even as excited about that, Eric, as we are 7 days. This time, 53 minutes into the show, next Monday night, all hell will be breaking loose because Robbie Dizzo will have already drafted every Giant player available. I believe our draft is 1 week from tonight.
Oh, yeah, I know, the 23rd.
Have we filled up are the slots?
Ryan wants to get in, sir. I'm going to have to send him a...
I believe we're pretty
damn close. We're close. I think we're close. Yeah, we're gonna have to wind up collecting some money here soon, but should be a fun time. Good time. It's all about having fun. Nothing serious. Just having good times with the people in the chat and of course amongst ourselves. Should be good. Yeah, I know.
Woo! Eric was running around
there we go.
Tommy's the other day with drinks in both hands. Woo!
Robbie calling me out, Glenn.
Well, I know your game. Robbie DeVille would offer me Wilmer Flores after he sucked for 2 weeks, and then the guy would hit 3 home runs the next night. He pulled him off the table on me. So I couldn't, I couldn't do a deal. I couldn't do a deal with him, and there were guys in the league that called me in the middle of the night. I said, no more deals. That's it. I could only take so much. It's a fun fantasy league. I mean, there were guys setting up. They were sending scouts to my house. We'd like to schedule a sit down at the Oakland airport with you, Glenn. I'm like, what? Yeah, they pick him up and take him to the Oakland airport. We discuss a trade. I'm like, what are you talking about? 4 a.m. calls and geez, I know what. Hey, can you imagine, Eric, if it's like that for us? What it's like for a Major League Baseball general manager?
Oh my gosh!
Hold on, silent, dude.
I know.
It's true. It is true. They probably work round the clock, man. And there is
word what's up, Drew? I haven't seen you forever, man.
You guys are trying to get a team back, so I just thought I'd pull that out of the closet.
Drew, if I have another opening, I'll keep you in mind, buddy. Joe says the rotation has been settled, and look, I'm gonna tell you, the rotation. I think the rotation. I've been saying this. I think coming out of the chute for the first few months. I think the Giants will be okay as far as the rotation. Knock on wood that there's no injury. I think they're gonna be okay. Again, let's talk in July when these guys start running up close to 100 pitches, or I should say 100 innings thrown, and whether or not are they still being able to be just as effective as they were in the beginning of the season. Granted, you're a little bit different, but to be a starter, hey, you got that's part of that comes with the territory, as they say. Man, look. Ray looks like he's ready to go. Webb, we all know, is ready to go. Roop is ready to go. Malley today looked fantastic. He's ready to go. Hauser looks like he's ready to go. So, ding, ding, ding. Once that bell rings, let's see what happens. I know I keep saying that, but that's what it's all about.
I think the quote of the night is this one. You stop settling for mediocrity.
I agree, man. I agree, Gary. I don't want. This is the thing, and this is why all off season I wanted a team to go out there and do better. Right?
Quality. You wanted pitching. You had your sights set on guys, and they didn't get them.
And look, and I'm still saying it, man. Are any of you guys? Are any of you guys feeling better about the bullpen?
No, Lou and I aren't. That's for sure. And ask Lou and I. When Lou and I, our opinions matter, right, Lou? By the way, Eric, we're talking so much about Luis Ariz tonight. First person who wants to get in on the giveaway. This is the Tommy's Mexican Giant Sports Talk Live. I can't see it while I hold it. Can you see it? It's all written up. It's there. Yeah. First person in the chat tells us which major league team drafted Luis Ariz.
Oh, hello. Everyone's furiously
typing everybody's searching. So the first person who could search, or I'd be on my chat GPT or GPX or GPS or whatever. Bernie says, I got to get my letters straight, but
I don't even know.
Spain says the Minnesota Twins.
That's the first team he played, but who was he drafted by?
That's wrong. It wasn't Minnesota. The Burrito Man, Twins. See, everybody's coming in with the Twins.
That's just his first. That's just his first team that he played with. I don't know who he was drafted.
Nope.
I see the debut. I don't know who he was drafted by. Let me see.
Well, just wait. Oh, you're going to look it up too.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Look it up, and it'll tell you in the first line.
Yep.
It'll say. And while you're doing that, Eric, throw me a bone, will you? We got the draft Monday night. We've got opening day coming our way next Wednesday when I'm going to be roaming. I'm going to be roaming around, popping up from behind palm trees and garbage bins, and I'm going to be out there, man on the street. But then, on the 26th, In the Cards makes its debut, Eric.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there you go. That's going to be freaking awesome.
With special guest Jeremy Lee in our first broadcast of the show. Mike Val, he's got a background in cards I didn't know about. He said, could I come on one of your in the card shows? I said, sure. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So that is coming up on the day after opening day. That's so weird. A day, you get all geared up for opening day, and then you got to take a day off and get back at it the third day.
Hey, Glenn, I'm seeing Minnesota Twins.
Nope. And guess what? We do have a winner.
There you go. There you go. I see what you're doing. Joshua gets a shirt. That's true. I see what you're saying. Yeah, he was signed as an international free agent.
He was signed as a free agent. He was not drafted. So there you go. This is the first one I saw.
Way to go, Joshua.
If I missed somebody else, Joshua. So Joshua, all you got to do is go into our Gmail account. Send us a Gmail.
I talk to Josh all the time. Hey, I talk to Josh.
Get his address. Want to get this out of here? I still got Patton's award, and I got Lou's award here. Bernice asked me the other day, "Did you take Lou's award with you?" I said, "Yeah, we'll give it to him next year. We'll give him the back-to-back years. I only have to give away one prize. So that's my goal." So GiantSportsTalkLive@gmail.com. Any of you want to reach out to us? And Joshua, you got the Tommies. You will be the only person who didn't go to Tommy's who gets a shirt for cheering us on. Thank you.
There you go. All right, we got 24 votes in. 75% say no, he should not make the 26th man out of spring training. Interesting. All right.
Hey, where was this guy at?
Hey, what's up, Mike?
How come Mike O?
Mike, where are you, man? I should have seen you Saturday. Come on,
I was waiting for Mike at the door. I was like, where's Mike?
Right on, Josh. All right, cool. Right on, dude.
I was looking forward to seeing Mike maybe opening day. He promised. Mike, you know what? I don't want to. I don't mind throwing people under the bus. You know that, Eric. You should know that more than anybody else, right, Eric? My pal.
Of course.
But I got to tell you, Mike O is starting to be a lot like Chardall. I'll see you opening day. Nope. I'll see you at Tommy's. Nope. I don't know. He's not coming through for us, Eric.
But it was awesome, man.
We did.
Gosh, that was fun. What's up, Victor? Man, I haven't seen you forever. What's up, dude?
Could we do it again, Eric?
Victor?
I want to do it again.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we're definitely.
You think he'll have us back? Did we wear out our welcome the first day or what?
I think it went pretty good, man. It went pretty good.
We don't have to do all the giveaways or anything.
I showed the shirt. He loved it. I loved Eric. You might not have seen it, but I thought Glenn from his pass was classy, where he actually got the sponsors' name, saying how great it is and how business is turning up as a thank you, just in case we want to get them as a sponsor again. Well done, Glenn. I like the way you work behind the scenes.
Thank you.
I thought everybody had a great time. I mean, I even got a call Sunday night saying that Enrique survived the funeral parlor. His buddy still is married for at least 3 hours and still going. And he said, Lou, next time I will be there. All I know is how great it was, how much fun it was.
Oh.
And thank you for coming and helping out Tommy so much. So I definitely, I'm thinking maybe somewhere around, we'll look to see if maybe there's a Thursday day game and do like a Thursday night, around the All-Star break or something, during the summer where we have a chance.
Yeah.
You know what
maybe,
I mean?
Yeah, All-Star break's a good time because there ain't going to be no game, so we could do it anytime and do a show.
Yeah, I mean, they're closed Monday and Tuesday, but, a lot of times they're off on that Thursday and they don't start till that Friday. Maybe we could just do that Thursday if possible, And, but no, I thought it was awesome. And, I think if you listen to the show, we're hoping to do probably about between 4 and 6 of these because, we like meeting the chat. We like having an audience. And it was so much fun. I mean, it was amazing.
Hey, how about that interview with Tom O'Doul?
Yeah, it was a great day there. I was going to ask, what's it like out in the outer Richmond area, up near Tommy's, Lou's running the roads up that area? Because I got to tell you guys, when I was like, 10 seconds, 15 seconds tops late coming in here tonight. It's just I was trying to wash up. I was in the makeup room, Eric. I was trying to put my, my face on here because it is to come from the snow and the rain. And I live in a cold environment where it's crisp and, coming here, even when it's in the 60s. Eric, it's almost 90 degrees here at 10 o'clock at night, and I'm dying here in the condo. I don't know about you, Lou.
No air condition. I know Eric's probably about 90. I know this week it's supposed to get up to like 89 in San Francisco. That means Eric's about 105. Like where I live, I mean, I have a fan, but it's so loud I put it on, but it's brutal because I sleep with the window open. But there's it's just hot air coming in
over here.
Yeah,
the humidity's up over here. I guess it's going to be like that for the next 5-6 days or something.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of need a Tommy Margarita right next to me to keep me cool.
Oh boy, I like the way you think.
Nice. But,
we've learned some things tonight on the show. It's good to be back on a Monday night with you guys because we've learned a few things. Lou has one fan. Luis Arise is he a superstar? Most people say he's not a superstar. And baseball starts next week.
Oh boy. How about that, man? Oh my gosh. And tomorrow, let's not forget before we get out of here, championship game, WBC, Team USA versus Team Venezuela. I guess Nolan McLean is going for the Team USA. I don't know about that one.
And then
who's going to win and why? What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, Venezuela's pitching isn't exact. Now they got some flamethrowers. Now, one thing, hey, Team USA is not going to have Bednar. Bednar is not available because he's thrown too many. So they say Mason Miller maybe. They're not.
That's one thing I noticed tonight watching the game, Eric. It was midway through the game and they were talking about pitching matchups. And dude, you can't. I give credit all the naysayers talking about the managers on different teams, including our own USA manager, right? Under some fire. dude, you got to be a hell of a manager. You are managing pitch counts and what major league teams are telling you you're allowed to do. This isn't your average managing job you got to do here. This is playing with different variables that you don't have to worry about when you're running your own team. Exactly. I mean, we've already had guys pull out. They pitched a game, pulled out camp, and I'm going home. I'm going back to Detroit. So, I gotta question that. A guy showing up for one game. You want to play for your country, you stick it out. You don't go one game. But anyway.
I think the pressure is completely on USA, and I think if they get behind, they might lose. Because Venezuela, again, they already beat Japan.
All
right, now they beat Italy, who just beat USA. They're not scared. I just think the pressure's on. Hopefully USA can come out and get a run early, but if not, it's tough,
So Nolan McLean and Eduardo Rodriguez.
If Luis Ariz is in superstar form again tomorrow night, we're okay there. So.
Watch him come through with another clutch hit tomorrow. Holy crap!
Oh, then Eric will be like, "What a superstar player! Superstar performance!"
Just like I said on Monday, this guy is a superstar.
Hey, when are we going live every night? We taking tomorrow night off? We get the championship. Are we on after the game tomorrow night, or what are we doing? Let's come on after the game tomorrow night.
You want to come on tomorrow for the championship? Yeah, it's the championship. Yeah, we could do that tomorrow.
Maybe we could do the debut of the 7th inning stretch tomorrow night in that championship game.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Right. Done. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Hold on. What time is it start tomorrow, by the way? 5 o'clock, I'm guessing?
Yeah, so we'll be like a half hour earlier than usual. So whoopee.
I think it's 8 Eastern.
We can watch the game together.
Well, let me look at this. Are you looking at it, Lou? I'm just going to look to see what time the game starts.
I know 5 o'clock it starts there.
Guys, no matter what.
5 o'clock. Perfect.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's St. Patty's Day. Forgot all about that.
That's one bad thing about not having the Oakland A's in town anymore. All my green is packed away, Lou. I got to wear my Chicago Cougars WHA shirt tomorrow. That's the only thing I got green anymore.
Cool.
Yeah. And if it gets any hotter, I'll be running around in only my green underwear tomorrow, Eric, because my God, it feels like it's 110 here in the condo. I'm dying here. What are you doing? You're killing me.
All right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow, right? We're back tomorrow. We'll do a post-game of the World WBC Championship game. Team USA versus Team Venezuela. That should be I don't know who's going to win. I have no idea.
I have to tell you, Eric. Jesus, I could have surprised you tomorrow night. To go with my hat covering both countries, I'll wear this tomorrow night.
Hey, look at that.
I'm going to wear
find a Venezuela.
My national shirt.
There you go.
So I'll wear the USA tomorrow night, cheer on good old US of A.
All right. Right on, man. There we go.
Cool. At least something positive can happen for us right here.
Let's get the hell out of here, guys. How about that?
Right, guys.
We'll see you guys tomorrow night. See you, Luke. Thanks for popping in, buddy. See you guys.
Woo! Buddy.
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.